Yo, YouTube, and welcome back to another video. And today we're going to be going through the Sorare product update that has been dropped by Sorare. And this one is a big one. There's a lot of massive changes in here and a lot of exciting things are happening. And I'm going to give you my thoughts on it, the positives, and a few little things that maybe could do with some improvements on it as well. If you enjoy the content that you see in this video, I'd really appreciate if you could drop a subscribe on the channel, a like down below, and comment down below with what you think on these changes and if there's anything that you'd do slightly different. But without further ado, let's get into it. So this is the update that we've got that's come through, the product roadmap update. So the first thing that they're doing on there is our first ever reward box special 270. So this starts at the weekend with Friday's game week. And we've got running for 4 consecutive game weeks, so 433 up to 436. This competition offers new and exciting reward experiences with the goal of rewarding more managers, up to 7,000 prizes in this, thanks to the reward boxes that they've added in. And we'll go through in more detail what the reward system looks like for that competition as well in the video, and helping them build and grow their club. We've also got updates to our bonus rules for more consistency, starting game week 435, December 22nd. All card bonuses will apply across all competitions. The card bonuses are season bonus, XP bonus, collection bonus, and scarcity bonus. Our next long format competition, we've seen your positive feedback surrounding the ongoing Super Cap 220 competition, which ends in game week 434. The long format competition will return on January the 12th, game week 441. So judging by that, I don't think they mention it too much in the article. There's a little bit in there, but judging by that, it's going to be the Cap 220 again that's going to be the monthly competition. So the first thing we're going to have a look at is the reward box competition. So to look in a bit more detail, I love this animation. I think this is brilliant. It'd be class if this is when you get that reward on the Tuesday, on the Friday, if this is actually the animation for it, because I think this is phenomenal. This looks so good. And I really like this concept. So the way it's broke down, if we look at it on reward box special cap 2, well, just 270, sorry, not cap 270. The rewards are pretty much the same, but they've took out a lot of tier 4s, tier 5s. That to me is a brilliant thing to do, is taking out those tier 4s, tier 5s. Now, the reason I say that is less tier 4s, less tier 5s in rewards, in theory, should have a knock-on effect in terms of their prices. So they shouldn't be massively low prices on those cards. They're still going to be coming out of there. Maybe they could go that one step further, and tier 4s, tier 5s, maybe we could look at losing out of all big competitions. I would say that really those tier 4, tier 5s potentially should be in the cap mode. So cap 220, cap 240, cap 270. Because if we're looking at it from a new user standpoint, they're the competitions that new users probably are going to have the best chance of getting rewards from, as opposed to things like All-Star, Champ Europe, Challenger Europe, etc. So I love this introduction, and obviously I would imagine this is a little bit of a trial in terms of using it. But I think maybe in my point of view that 270 would maybe not be the long-term competition that we could look at using it in. I think in terms of the tier 4s, tier 5s, maybe they're the competitions that we should be keeping those card rewards in. And these premium boxes, potentially for me, I would like to see in All-Star, Challenger Europe, Champ Europe, etc., because I think it then gives that user an incentive to build on their gallery, spend more money on the game, which will have a knock-on effect for the secondary market, but also the primary market as well, of advancing into those other competitions with the chance of getting these premium boxes. I don't think this gives enough of an incentive for the new user to come out of these competitions. That's my thought on it. What I want to show you is what's in these premium boxes. So if we go to, I think it's in here. So a limited premium box. So 0.3%. So this is, we look at this, this is 3,000 rewards for a limited premium box, I believe. no, sorry, 1,000 is a limited premium box, and then it's a limited standard box thereafter. So this works out at about 3 cards as a star reward in the top 1,000 out of these boxes. Looking at these numbers overall, I actually think it's quite well balanced. And I would imagine they'll probably tweak it, judging on feedback. Sorare really do listen to the community. You've got to give them credit for the way they listen to the community. But looking at these initial percentages, they look about right to me, if I'm being honest. Limited standard box also has a percent for a star reward. It's a lot lower. So that's for 2,000 people. So that's probably a couple of cards that are star rewards in those next 2,000 rewards. And then limited light box also has a really minute. So that's probably like 1 card in there. So there is a chance you finish 7,000th and you walk away with a star reward, which is great, providing this overall prize pool doesn't change. This overall prize pool needs to still have that pool to make you want to enter that competition and win those rewards and still finish higher up. So it's great that you can finish lower down. I love that. It gives an incentive for people to keep playing. It gives people an incentive to keep putting money into the game as well. Because at the end of the day, that is what we need. We need new users to be putting money into the game. It will then boost the secondary market, but it also helps Sorare with the primary market as well. But also we can see that limited tier 3 is the lowest reward now that's in there. So yeah, I think these reward boxes are a great addition. I like the current balance. I would imagine it probably will get tweaked, but I really do like the current balance of it. Now, the knock-on effect is you might say, oh, they're just adding more cards in. Well, they're not. In theory as well, they've took out about 500 cards from the tier 4, tier 5s in this competition. So the way this is going to work now, and we can see it on here as well in terms of this, but they mention in here about cap 240. So we're moving limited cap 240 card rewards to this competition from game weeks 433 to 436. There will be threshold prize only in limited cap 240. Now, for me, the reason I got into Sorare was because I wanted to win card rewards. I want to win a Trent. I want to win a Salah, a Jude Bellingham, Erling Haaland, back when PSG were licensed, Kylian Mbappe. Now, by removing these cards out of this competition, it does feel a little bit to me, limited cap 240 now does feel a little bit like Academy 2.0 when we had the, where you could win ETH in Academy. It kind of feels like that competition now, and it's took a little bit of the excitement away from me from limited cap 240. I don't want to just enter these competitions just to try and win a threshold ETH for $5. The excitement comes in winning the card rewards. Now, I understand completely why they've done it. And to some people, they will still carry on playing that competition and they'll love the thought of it. But for me, it does take away a lot of excitement. What I would like to see is maybe that if we're going to do this with a competition where we go with a threshold only, is it really worth us having that competition? So limited cap 240, if we took that away, that ETH that's in there currently, if we go over to the competition and have a look at it, sorry, not that one, into the pros. Don't think I've entered my team yet this week, so we can have a little look. So the prize pool now, $5 for any score, basically. Now, how many people are going to hit this threshold in this competition? That's the thing I'd like to say. If it's 1,000 people, that's $5,000 that I would potentially like to see put back into a different competition. Maybe it goes back into All-Star Limited. Take out the competition altogether and put that threshold money into this prize pool. That's a 10 grand prize pool straight away. That would then pull people to want to buy better cards and buy off the primary market, buy off secondary managers as well, to try and then enter these competitions and give themselves a reason to not be playing these competitions. But like I say, I love the removal of tier 4s, tier 5s. But for me, the tier 4s, tier 5s, they're the ones that probably should be in these cap 220, cap 240, cap 270. I would probably go the other way, and I would say, okay, why do we not take tier 4s, tier 5s out of competitions that are what I would say are the premium? So All-Star Limited, Challenger Europe, Champ Europe, etc., Champion America, out of these competitions. Let's take the tier 4s, tier 5s out of those. Let's put the reward boxes into those competitions and improve the level of places that you can get paid down to. Again, give that reason for someone to want to go into those competitions, and then just all the tier 4s, tier 5s back into the cap competitions. For me, these are the budget competitions. These are the ones that people have got a chance of winning a big reward on a budget of £10, £15, £20, etc. Whereas to be competitive in these other competitions like All-Star Limited, Challenge Europe, Champ Europe, you need to spend a little bit more. You need to have some higher end players to be. You can still win on those budgets, but it is a lot harder. You need to be getting the big hitters into those lineups. So that's briefly going through the reward boxes. And like I say, I love the concept, providing we keep it how it is now, based in with other tiers, other rewards. It's an extra. Where I see a problem is if this is now the norm and it goes forward and we're putting these into the shop so that people can buy with SO coins, and it basically becomes a little bit like EAFC where you're gambling away money on a chance of trying to win a star reward, but realistically you get a tier 3 card out of it that's worth £10, etc. I think the XP, if we look in the shops of the prices of the XP, I feel like this is a little bit overpriced at 3,000. I don't want to spend my SO coins on here when I've got a chance of getting merchandise like signed shirts, club shirts. Further down the line, maybe we'll get tickets and stuff like that. I don't want to waste my SO coins on XP boosts. But if there's a chance for me to pick them up weekly in these competitions, that's great. I genuinely think that is a really good addition. So GG Sorare, really like that one. I think it's a great place to go going forward on the game as well, and it's definitely gonna have that effect for new people to the game as well, and that's the main thing. We need to make sure we're bringing new people into the game. So the next thing we're going to look at is the card bonus consistency. So basically what this is saying is now that Cap 240 Super Rare, Cap 240 Unique, they're going to have the scarcity bonus, so 20% on Super Rares and 40% on Uniques. I think this is a great change. So they're actually changing the points now for the threshold based on these scarcity bonuses. In theory, it doesn't make a massive amount of difference because the current threshold was 280. You wasn't getting the 20% scarcity bonus. You're now getting that scarcity bonus. So the threshold, in theory, needs to go up. So it's 330. It should still be equally the same in terms of trying to get that threshold in these competitions. And the same for Unique. Rather than needing 280, you now need 375. But for a Unique, you get a 40% bonus. So, you know, that makes sense. That change completely makes sense. And like they say now, Super Cap 220 is in this article, and they are going to be using game weeks 441 to 448 for the new long format competition. This is probably the real doubt that I have. Like, when we first had these long format competitions, I was really excited. I thought we were going to get a little bit of a mix. So we started off, was it All-Star, I believe we started off in, then we did Cap 270, and then we did Cap 220, but we're back on Cap 220 again. I'd love to see a little bit of a mix on some of these competitions because I think it will also help the market as well. For example, what if the next format was under 23? And there's galleries out there that don't have a massive under 23 collection. It then gives an incentive for those people to go out either on the primary market or the secondary market and pick up some of those cards if there's some of these insane little long format competitions. If we keep keeping it the same competition, it's going to be the same cards that people buy for these competitions, and there's still going to be that struggle to then shift on cards on the secondary market, and maybe some of the prices on the primary market not quite the same. I'd love to see a little bit of a mix in this, but I think it's great that Sorare are still carrying on with these competitions. But that is basically my thoughts. Like I say, I really like this. As long as we keep it kind of at this balance and these boxes don't go into the SO coins market, or they go onto a market where you can just purchase them with real money. I genuinely think this is a brilliant setup. The balance, I really love the balance on this competition. Like I say, for me, maybe it's not the right competition, but maybe this is a competition that Sorare just want to try it in. Hence why they're not sure where they should be doing it. Let's try it in 270 to start with, see how it goes, see what the feedback is on it. And I think the feedback will be really positive. Like I say, I myself are really excited. I might say some stuff that I would like to see change, but it doesn't take away from the overall positivity that I have behind these changes. I genuinely think these changes are really good for the game and they should have a knock-on effect. Like I say, the main thing for me is that maybe this isn't the right competition to do it in. I'd like to see these reward boxes in the bigger competitions and the removal of the tier 4s, tier 5s from the bigger competitions, but kept in the cap modes. That's my thoughts on this update. Again, like I say, it's quite a big update. I'm genuinely very, very happy with the update. Sorare doing some great things. It's great communication at the moment from the Sorare team as well. If you've enjoyed this video, drop your comments down below of what you think about my thoughts on this reward system and the other little bits in there as well. But also, I'd love to hear from you as well. I'll try to reply to as many people as possible. So let me know what you think about this product update, and then I'll catch you in the next video.